Voyager 1, the farthest human-made object from Earth ever launched, and the first spacecraft to reach interstellar space. Launched on September 5, 1977, it's been more than 45 years since NASA pulled off the spacecraft to study outer space. Voyager 1 traveled more than 1 million miles per day, and it is currently voyaging at a speed of 61,000 kilometers per hour. But how does a space probe so distant from us still able to communicate with the Earth? To answer this question, scientists and engineers invented a technology called Deep Space Network, which involves NASA's giant radio antennas that are placed in 3 separate locations on the globe. Each antenna uses radio waves to send commands to the spacecraft. Regardless of the distance, the space probe can receive the signal as long as its antennas are pointed directly toward the satellite here on Earth. These waves travel at the speed of light and can take several hours to reach the Voyager 1. Scientists also use the Deep Space Network to transmit and receive data or to send instructions to the spacecraft. Since the radio communication system on the Voyager 1 was designed to be used up to and beyond the limits of the solar system, we can communicate with objects that are even many light years away from us, as long as the antennas are sensitive enough to pick up the signals. But as Voyager travels farther and farther from the Earth, it'll take longer to send and receive signals. The signal strength also gets weaker, and data rates become slower, making it more difficult to communicate with the spacecraft. Voyager 1 will indefinitely go on the mission of exploring outer space. As there is no limit on how far we can communicate with the spacecraft, our communication with the Voyager is soon going to end. Since Voyager 1 is nuclear-powered, the electric strength of the space probe diminishes each day. But in 1990, in order to save power, engineers had to turn off the spacecraft's camera, after which Voyager 1 took the famous pale blue dot image, which portrayed the Earth as a tiny blue dot in the vast cosmos. Even today, Voyager 1 continues to analyze and collect data on magnetic fields, solar winds, and cosmic rays outside our solar system. Soon the spacecraft will completely lose its power and no longer be able to keep itself functioning. Scientists will keep communicating with the space probe until it eventually sends its last piece of data and disappears silently in the darkness. Even though Voyager will no longer stay functioning for us, we can admire the farthest journey humanity has ever experienced and the valuable science it has taught us. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel to never miss a new video.